The story of Pontius Pilate's involvement in the crucifixion of Jesus is indeed a deeply intriguing aspect of Christian history and theology. Scholars and theologians have long pondered various facets of Pilate's role, including his potential regret over the decision, his reaction upon learning of Jesus' death, and whether he truly believed in Jesus' innocence despite succumbing to the demands of religious leaders. Delving into historical texts, such as the Gospel of Nicodemus, provides some insights into these questions. This ancient text, although attributed to Nicodemus, offers a compilation of accounts related to Jesus' passion, particularly focusing on Pilate's interactions and decision-making process. In these narratives, Pilate appears as a conflicted figure, torn between his own sense of justice and the pressures exerted by powerful religious authorities. Despite indications of Jesus' innocence and even reports of his resurrection, Pilate ultimately yields to the demands for crucifixion. Part 2 of the Gospel of Nicodemus introduces additional characters, Lucius and Caius, who claim to have been raised from the dead by Jesus and to have witnessed his descent into hell. Their testimonies further complicate the narrative surrounding Jesus' death and resurrection. However, it's important to note that the Gospel of Nicodemus, likely written centuries after the events it describes, lacks credibility due to its late authorship and absence in early Christian writings. Therefore, while the Gospel of Nicodemus offers intriguing insights into the story of Pilate and Jesus, its historical reliability remains questionable. Nevertheless, the broader exploration of Pilate's involvement in Jesus' crucifixion raises profound questions about human nature, justice, and the complexities of faith and power in historical context. These questions continue to inspire reflection and debate among scholars and believers alike. The text delves into the intricacies of medieval belief systems, offering valuable insights into the development of theological concepts such as the harrowing of hell. However, it's essential to approach these insights with a critical lens, recognizing that they may not necessarily align with authoritative theological or historical accounts. The Gospel of Nicodemus, for instance, introduces characters like Lucius and Caius, whose absence in biblical narratives raises questions about the authenticity of the text. When examining canonical scriptures, Pilate emerges as a complex figure whose actions reflect a struggle between moral conscience and political expediency. In John 18, Pilate grapples with the accusations against Jesus, ultimately acknowledging his innocence, yet succumbing to the pressure of the crowd's demands for crucifixion. The inclusion of Pilate's wife's dream adds another layer to his moral dilemma. Her premonition underscores Jesus' innocence and warns Pilate of the grave consequences of condemning him unjustly. Despite this divine intervention, Pilate's fear of civil unrest and desire to maintain his political standing lead him to prioritize appeasing the crowd over upholding justice. Pilate's symbolic act of washing his hands serves as a futile attempt to absolve himself of guilt, highlighting the moral ambiguity of his decision-making process. Ultimately, his capitulation to public opinion underscores the complexities of navigating conflicting moral imperatives within a political context. The trial of Jesus before Pontius Pilate, as recorded in the Gospels, is a pivotal moment in Christian theology and history. It represents a clash between religious conviction and political expediency, as well as the profound mystery of divine purpose unfolding within human affairs. Pilate, the Roman governor of Judea, finds himself caught between the demands of the Jewish religious authorities, who seek Jesus' execution, and his own recognition of Jesus' innocence. Despite his initial reluctance to condemn Jesus, Pilate ultimately yields to the pressure of the crowd and orders his crucifixion. The enigmatic claim of Jesus about a kingdom not of this world intrigues Pilate, hinting at a deeper spiritual reality beyond the realm of earthly politics. The scene at Golgotha, where Jesus is crucified, is laden with symbolism and significance. The presence of a Roman centurion overseeing the execution adds an unexpected twist to the narrative. This hardened soldier, accustomed to brutality and death, is moved by the extraordinary events unfolding before him. As darkness shrouds the land and the earth trembles, the centurion is compelled to declare, "Truly, this man was the Son of God." The centurion's acknowledgement, coming from a figure representing the might and order of the Roman Empire, highlights the universal impact of Jesus' crucifixion. It transcends the boundaries of culture, religion, and power structures, affirming the divine nature of Jesus and the profound significance of his sacrificial death. Archaeological discoveries provide valuable insights into the historical practices surrounding crucifixion, a particularly gruesome form of execution employed by the Roman Empire for the most egregious offenders. These findings help paint a vivid picture of the brutality and solemnity associated with this punishment, reserved for those deemed the most heinous criminals. Among the countless crucifixions that occurred during the reign of the Roman Empire, one stands out as a pivotal moment in history: the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. Orchestrated by Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor of Judea at the time, this event holds profound significance in the Christian faith. It is seen as the culmination of centuries-old prophecies, fulfilling divine promises and setting in motion the path to redemption and salvation for humanity. The symbolic tearing of the temple veil at the moment of Jesus' death carries deep theological significance. In Jewish tradition, the veil separated the Holy of Holies, the innermost sanctum of the temple, from the rest of the sacred space. Its tearing at this pivotal moment symbolizes the opening of direct access to God for all, irrespective of their backgrounds or ethnicities. This profound act signifies the end of the Old Testament sacrificial system and inaugurates a new era of spiritual connection and communion through Jesus Christ. Despite Pilate's instrumental role in condemning Jesus to crucifixion, the declaration of the centurion overseeing the execution underscores the profound impact of Jesus' life and death. This Roman soldier's acknowledgement of Jesus as the Son of God transcends political motives and societal norms, affirming the divine nature of Christ in a moment that reverberates through history.
If you found this video enjoyable, please consider liking and sharing it. Additionally, subscribing to this channel will ensure that you receive more updates in the future. Thank you.